Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And to all my brothers out here preaching this truth to you, I say Shalom. This is Montazar from the Chicago camp coming back at you again with another lesson entitled 6G, the Lord's Will. So first off, I want to start off by saying that the elder Yashawamba, he in one of his recent videos, his recent video lessons went into the 6G. All right, and he actually pulled out a little bit of the document that talks about this devil's plan. Okay, he also went into the 666, the Chi Sigma. All right, and it was a beautiful lesson. All right, and so here we go again. In these thumbnails, I've brought these thumbnails out in previous lessons. Okay, and all this does is confirm what has already been spoken. Okay, so first I want to draw your attention to the first thumbnail with JFK. This is a quote. 7 days before his assassination, there is a plot in this country to enslave every man, woman, and child. Before I leave this high and notable office, I intend to expose this plot. All right. And this is before his cap got peeled back in broad daylight. All right. In Texas. So now today you have the digital ID. Was about a month and a half ago, the UK said that you are not going to be able to work without a digital ID. Okay. So the digital ID is upon us. It's coming. First, they'll say you need it to work. Then what's next? You'll need it to travel. You'll need it to shop. You'll need it to access healthcare. You'll need it to drive. You'll need it to go online. Oh, it's real and it's coming. All right. Here's one of the quotes from Klaus Schwab. Elder Malcolm likes to call them the unelected officials. These are people that's ruling over us through the so-called global society, the World Economic Forum. All right. His quote, as the novelty is newness, as the novelty of wearable tech gives way to necessity. What does that mean? As the newness of wearable tech gives way to necessity. Well, what's necessity? And later, as wearable tech becomes embedded tech, will we be deprived of the chance to pause, reflect, and engage in meaningful, substantive conversations? How will our inner lives and ties to those around us change? So here you have Klaus Schwab, the head of the Economic Forum, telling you that wearable tech is going to give way to necessity, which is embedded tech. Your wearable tech would be considered your cell phone and Bluetooth headphones and your iPhone watch and all this stuff is going to be turned into embedded technology. Okay? Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? All right. So here's the fact sheet. The fact sheet, President Donald J. Trump takes action to win the 6G race. All right, so this came out December 19th. You can look this up online. Securing the spectrum America needs. All right, so this basically is talking about the 6G development. Today, President Donald J. Trump signs a presidential memorandum to ensure America's leadership in 6G development. All right, and basically what they're doing is they're taking basically a band, a spectrum band, and allocating it for the 6G technology. All right. You can read that on your own. But let me jump down to the point. Winning the 6G race, President Trump is taking decisive action to win the global race for 6G. 6G networks will provide the foundation to operate cutting-edge technologies of the new decade, including AI, robotics, implantable technologies. See? We just got through talking about embedded technology. Embedded implantable is the same thing. Klaus Schwab says, as the newness of wearable tech gives way to necessity, and later as wearable tech becomes embedded tech, Okay? JFK said there's a plot in this country to enslave every man, woman, and child. So now here you have it. It says 6G networks will provide the foundation to operate cutting edge technologies of the next decade, including AI, robotics, implantable technologies, and many other advancements. It will also all it will also deliver dramatically faster connection speeds and ultra low latency and higher data capacity. All right, so now just a few months ago, here these are things to be uh, the world should have been um, up in arms about. So just last year, you had Klaus Schwab. He said that the World Economic Forum. All right. Well, let me read it. It says a World Economic Forum report hiding in plain sight confirms that upwards of 6 billion people will die in 2025, according to reports from Davos. Klaus Schwab has confirmed the stated goal is on target to be achieved. Okay. So this comes from a lesson that I did, okay, called The Most High has put it in their hearts to fulfill his will. All right. And this is an example of this devil speaking great swelling words. This man literally on record is in agreement and said that they are on goal to unalive people. And the whole world is not up in arms. It says in Switzerland, public discrimination or invoking to rancor against persons or a group of people because of their race or ethnicity is penalized with a term of imprisonment of up to 3 years or a fine. Is this not hate speech? You got the head of the Economic Forum saying that they are on goal, okay, to unaliving people, and the whole world is not up in arms. All right. So again, the title of this lesson is 6G Race, Lord's Will. This is Psalms 110:6. He shall judge among the heathen. He shall fill the places with the dead bodies. He shall wound the heads over many countries. All right. What we're seeing here with this 6G race is, the end is here. All right, Lord will. The end is here. Okay, we're right there at the door. Because the Lord has to make that separation and he has to bring his kingdom. And it's not going to be something done peacefully. No, there's going to be bloodshed. All right. There's going to be bloodshed. There's going to be violence. All right. So there are a couple things that I just wanted to bring your attention to, which shows you that this is the Lord's will. First off, in 1976, you had a interview, all right, called Hidden Tyranny with Harold Wallace Rosenthal. All right. Harris Wallace Rosenthal basically was talking about the imposters and their plan to enslave the world. He named names, and he made it. He basically tied some things together to prove to you that these people who run the world are at the head of every sector in business and entertainment. These imposters are at the head of entertainment, law, medicine, education. So when you're upset about what your child is learning in school, it's because of them. Okay? But they're at the head of every sector in business and entertainment. And he proved that in that documentary. I have that documentary and I've read it. All right. And it's amazing that the whole world is not up in arms about that. All right. So then you also have, again, the stated goal of death by Klaus Schwab. The world is not up in arms about that. January 6th pardons here in America. All right. Trump pardons, okay, those guys that stormed the Capitol. Okay. They stormed the Capitol. He pardons them. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if that would have been Jake, they'd all be dead. they'd all be slaughtered. But this man pardons these people who stormed the Capitol. Those people should have been unalive. Okay? But the world ain't up in arms about that. So no matter how rogue this particular president is, and no matter how the indictments and everything on him, he's still this place is still. They might be divided, but nothing's happening. Okay, so just let you know this is all of the Lord. Jeremiah 10:23 says, "O Yahweh, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps." Proverbs 21:1 said, "The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will." Sirach 18:1, "He that liveth forever hath created all things in general. The Lord only is righteous, and there is none other but he, who governeth the world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will. For he is the king of all, by his power dividing holy things among them from profane." All right, and that's what you have here. Okay, as we're getting to the end, the Lord is making a division between his vessels of honor, okay, and the vessels of dishonor. The kingdom is going to Jacob. Yahushua is coming back to deliver us and give us the kingdom. The vessels of honor are going to get the glory, and the vessels that are fitted for destruction, all right, these people are going to be enslaved. Okay? All right. So this is Romans 9:12. "It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? The Most High forbid. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but the Most High that showeth mercy. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name shall be declared throughout all the earth. Therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will he hardeneth. Thou wilt say then unto me, Why doth he yet find fault? For who have resisted his will? Nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against the Most High? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, Why hast thou made me thus? Have not the potter power over the clay, of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory, even us whom he hath called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles. And that Gentiles he's talking about is Israelite foreigners. Okay? 2nd Ezra 6:9 says, For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Not Jacob and the Gentiles, the natural Gentiles. It's Jacob. Okay? Habakkuk 2:2. It says, And Yahweh answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. All right? And writing the vision upon tables is these prophecies. Okay? These prophecies, all right, will speak. Okay? It says you wait for it, because it will surely come. All right? Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. but gathereth unto him all nation and heapeth upon him all people. And that's what this devil is trying to do in his new world order. All right, in his RFID microchip. It's a form of ultimate control and surveillance. Okay, all right, where he's positioning himself as the Most High. And in closing, Revelation 13:16. All right, so here you have Trump and all these people that are playing their parts. Okay, but they're not going to get away either. The scripture says, verse 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right. So the wearable, embedded, implanted technology of 6G. All right. It's all part of the Lord's will. All right. And we're racing towards the kingdom. All right. And I pray that this lesson has been edifying to the next one. Shalom.